Hey everybody, welcome back. So I got a question for you. When you're out camping, spending time in the great outdoors, what are you sleeping on? And the reason I'm asking that question is I actually think it's fairly important. Depending on the time of year, the conditions, the amount of comfort that you need, lots of different options. So today I want to show you some of the things that I've been using. I've been camping for a long time, 40 some odd years, and literally slept on almost everything and sometimes even nothing. So I got some things in my basement here. That's why we're not out there. Got some props I wanted to show you, and a new one at the end of this that I'm going to give a try at an upcoming little bit of an adventure here. So really quick, I don't know if you guys recognize this, but this is a big camping cot, about 35 pounds, something like that. Super comfortable, but you're not going to be carrying it anywhere. It's just too darn heavy. That's something that I use if I'm staying in a log cabin hunting camp somewhere. I'll take the big cot, nice and comfortable, but like I said, not very lightweight. So another one that I've used over the years, a little bit lighter, more convenient, but still pretty heavy and quite bulky. This is an inflatable mattress. I'm just guessing maybe 6, 7, 8 pounds, but when you look at the size of it, that would more or less fill up your entire backpack. So I don't bring this one very often, but it's not a bad option if you're camping in a cabin or something like that. Another one that I've had for a long time, this guy right here. It's a little bit of hard foam with some egg crate on it, if you want to call it that, but still pretty bulky, fairly heavy. I'm guessing at maybe 3 pounds, just roughly, but a pretty good option when it's cold, but pretty bulky. I'll show you the one that I've been using in my recent videos. So if you watch any of the winter camping ones, you'll see this one right here. Pretty thin, but good insulation value. I've used this in minus 20 Celsius. I wrap it around my stovepipe. The mat itself weighs about a pound, so it's really light. It's not overly bulky, but it's still got a little bit of bulk to it. But if I put my stovepipe in it and roll it all up, for 2 pounds, I got a pipe and a mattress. So I use this one quite often, and again, you'll see it in my videos. I'll show you another one that's a little bit smaller than that one, but it's actually heavier, and that's this one right here. This is from Cabela's. It's just under 2 pounds. Again, inflatable air mattress, but it does have some insulation value. They make one that's a little bit smaller than this, but no insulation value. So there's kind of a trade-off between size, insulation value, and comfort. So a little bit smaller here, but heavier, 2 pounds, and fairly expensive. I think I paid over $100, around $100 Canadian for this. So fairly expensive and not overly light. So that's a good one. And I've used this if I want something that's just a little bit more comfortable to sleep on and fairly compact. Great if you got a motorcycle, and I used to take this one along when I had my bike a few years ago. So that's a good option. But I'm going to show you one more, and I don't know if you guys have kind of gathered that I like to come up with different ideas and things that are maybe a little bit unconventional. Let's just say it that way. If I go through my Walmart, I'm going up and down the aisles, or my Home Depot, looking for things that aren't in the camping department, but I can still use out in the backcountry. A lot of times those things are less expensive because they're not designed to be camping gear per se, but they'll actually work. Things like construction saws. I got a great saw made by Irwin that cost me $40, and it works as well as my $80 Silky saw. A little bit bigger, bulkier, but it's another option. Another thing you've seen me use lately, tin can or paint can stoves. Got this one in my paint section at Home Depot, turned it into a little bit of a stove, and it's something that I think I can use to stay warm out in the backcountry. So, but we're talking about sleeping pads here today. I've got another one. I was in my Walmart in the automotive department, and I'm sure I'm not the first person to ever come up with this, but what I'm holding in my hand is a sunshade. You put this thing in the front windshield, behind the front windshield of your vehicle to keep the interior cool. But I think it'll also work the other way. If you put it underneath you, I think it'll give you some insulation value between you and the cold ground. So really lightweight, inexpensive. I think this was just right around $10 and actually big enough to sleep on. It's foam, it's got foil on it, it folds up fairly small, and for like I said, about $10, I think it's something that I can work with. So my plan here is, this is a really quick video here today to show you this. What I'm going to do, I'm going to take this out into the backcountry. I'm going to go out and do a little bit of a hiking trip. I got a new trail that I want to check out. It's going to be a long, fast hike. Don't know how far I'll get, but I want to go for a couple days. It's here end of September. It's going to be cold up there. They're calling for a little bit of rain, a little bit of snow. Mountain conditions are always changing. But I'm going to take this, I'm going to take the paint can stove, maybe a little bit of a tarp, and just see what I can do with it out into the mountains in kind of a real world, I don't know if we want to call it a survival situation, but just a little bit of an experiment to see how this works. Might be a couple of cold nights, but we're going to give it a try. So thanks for watching. That video will be coming up over the next few days here. You know, if you haven't already done it, subscribe, ring the little bell. You'll be the first to see that as soon as I get it uploaded. And it should be a good time and an interesting video. So thanks for watching this one. Until next time, and until that video, take it easy.